payoffs. Yeah. One of them was switching careers from teaching full time to strength coaching full time, and even moving states. So he was in, I can't remember off the top of my head where he was. It was Texas or somewhere else, but he was going through the accreditation process to become a strength coach. And then when COVID hit and everything shut down, and the schools shut down. So here's what he did, right? Like we talked about this last time. He took the opportunity of the time, which was not being in a school all day, and then just hunkered down and got through the accreditation process, got certified, and then moved to Boston. And now he's a really good, successful strength coach in one of the new gyms out there from, I believe it's Starting Strength. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah. So that was so again, for him, that was, the risk of, I've got this job that's, it's a guaranteed job, right? You've got tenure, you've got this whole thing. And he's not old, he's in his, I want to say he's in his early 30s, late 20s, something like that. I think early 30s. Yeah. And, but that's teaching from one side of it. There's comfort in the standpoint. I'm not saying it's an easy job, but there's comfort in the standpoint of it's almost like a government job. You've got the set salary. You understand. You could do the stuff you want to do on the side, especially for what he was doing. And like he could get certified, become an online coach, and then just start picking up clients, and then just pick it up as he wants to. Like that's a safe way, right?
Yeah.
Like I can keep this, and then I can build this up, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with the way it went down, with what happened, he just said, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go this other route. I'm actually going to double down and bust my ass to get this done now, and then get the hell out of here. And then he did. He moved to Boston, and now he's doing great. New gym out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's a perceived risk that I think a lot of people deal with is age. I think so often, like if we're in our mid 30s, 40s, we get to that point and suddenly it's like, well, I'm too old to switch careers, or I'm too old to suddenly jump into a whole nother thing. That's BS. Like the reality is, if you can either die bored in that job you've always been doing, or you can step out and do the things. It doesn't matter how old you are. No. Like you can be in your 30s or 40s. And, nowadays, the reality is, aside from something where you absolutely need a totally different college degree or something that could end up being a difficult thing. But there's so many things people can step out and do. Most of the things we want to do, all you got to do is step out and do it. Yeah. And yes, that is a risk, but it's going to be so much more fulfilling in the long term, because 30 or 40, like that is not old. And if you look at, like, I look at how many years I have till, if I was just going to stay in a government job till I would retire, that's a long time. Yeah. Over 30 years that I'd be, right around 30 years that I'd be doing that. That's a long time. And so if that's my work window, then that's plenty of time to go start something new. And guess what? I'll probably continue starting new things as I get older. And I think it's a great example for our kids too, when they see that our parents are willing to, hey, look at that. Like, mom has been a stay-at-home mom her whole life, and now she's stepping out to do this or do that. Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's only going to empower them and strengthen their confidence to feel like, hey, I can step out there and do, whatever I'm feeling like doing. I don't have to be stuck in where I'm at.